Hello and welcome. This is Money Talks here on our early business show. We're deliberately turning our attention to agriculture. Why not? Of course, this was a mainstay of Nigeria's economy during the 60s, even the 70s, before things went sour. I've got two gentlemen. They are coming up with an event that is known to be Nigeria Agrofood International Trade Show. It's the 5th edition. The gentleman here with me are Akin Alabi. He's the managing partner, Corporate Farmers International. Glad to have you join me.
Glad to have you too. Thank you.
And of course, Prince Ade Ajayi, also joining us, is the national coordinator, Corporate Farmers International.
Thank you so much.
Glad to have you with me at this time. I'm very delighted because if not for anything, we're eating today.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Sure.
That's the first thing that came to mind. Anyway, for the purpose of this discourse or interview, it's focused on the upcoming Nigeria Agro-Food International Trade Fair, the 5th edition.
Yes.
Okay, let me come to you first.
All right.
Can you just give us a lowdown of this event?
Well, it's an event we tag ourselves the biggest international trade show or exhibition thereabout in Nigeria today. That happens in Lagos every year, where we have international partners across the world. They gather together at a particular venue called Landmark, and they exhibit the major trends of what is happening all over the world about agriculture, technology, finance, name it, the entire value chain completely. So it's an event where we look forward to, every year, that expose the minds of farmers, basically, and also stakeholders in the agribusiness sector, to be part of, and see for themselves how the world is changing and evolving in the agribusiness space. So it's always beautiful, every year to have Nigerian agro-food come to place.
Now, anyway, the 5th edition, and still counting.
Exactly.
Let me come to you, Prince Ade Ajayi. What advantage or advantages does this event, I'll use the word important event, bring to the table?
This is mind-blowing because what was happening in the 4th edition last year was one of the biggest, and a lot of things happened that the majority of Nigerians, both, when you talk about agro-food, is beyond agriculture.
Yeah.
We are talking about the packages. We are talking about, a lot of things just happen in that, because we have like a 2 to 4 pavilion that many people in the area of packaging, branding, and every other thing, and food. This year whole advantage is too much. We met when we have a press conference at the consulate of Germany, because the organizers of Fairtrade, they are from Germany. They always go all around like that, from Iran to to Pakistan, to Ghana, to America, to every other area. They are very known in the industry. So the advantage is very huge. I'm expecting many Nigerians to be there, because this year home is the 5th edition. I'm telling you, it's going to be mind-blowing.
Exactly.
One of the people that I want to showcase there said, look, we have traded and make sure that we process Nigeria food into many varieties.
Exactly.
There you will see jollof, you will see so many things and every other thing that everybody can take home and start replicating it in your own domain for these 200 million people.
Wow.
It's fantastic. A lot of innovation, a lot of information, and a lot of what is going to happen there is amazing. This 5th edition is mind-blowing.
Exactly.
This is Africa's largest market.
Yeah.
Sometimes we forget the highest concentration of black human beings on the planet.
Yeah.
I don't know why we downplay this. And it's very key.
Yeah.
And this event is taking place in the busiest African city called Lagos.
Exactly.
The commercial hub of West Africa, as we call it here on Kaftan Television.
Exactly.
Is it a way to bring back the status of the country in terms of the hub for agric business? Let me ask you that, Akin Alabi.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, it's basically strategic, to have it in Lagos, by the organizers, Fairtrade, because Lagos has virtually is an hub, as you said, of the entire stakeholders, in terms of those that plays in the packaging aspect, those that plays in the financial sector, those that plays in the agribusiness sector itself, all centers down to Lagos, and that's where the money is. you know. So bringing it down to Lagos is an exposure. And also Lagos is probably, you know, in a couple of years, is really the most populated, you know, city in the world.
Absolutely. According to UN figures.
Exactly.
Estimates.
Good. You know, so there need to be a program on ground that would able to feed Lagos on time, you know, with time. So this is also a part of it. It's a strategic part of the partnership we have with them, with Fairtrade, to ensure that Lagos is an hub where the world can come and say, yes, this is a place where agriculture actually is being built. And we're excited about it. As I said, you know, it's a 5th edition that brings in stakeholders from everywhere in the world for us to see how agriculture is evolving, you know, across the world in terms of those in France. And we're excited about it. As I said, you know, it's a 5th edition that brings in stakeholders from everywhere in the world for us to see how agriculture is evolving, you know, across the world in terms of those in France, like Adepta is going to be there, and other partners, you know, that'll be there to expose, to showcase what they have and how agriculture is growing.
This is home.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of work, you do a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of work that has been done to really involve home agro practitioners to be able to see the potential there. Good thing is partners are coming from all over the world. How much has been done to involve Nigerians?
There's no way you talk of things like this without looking and try to check your track record.
Yeah.
The track record of last year down to where we are today. You know, you are seeing a lot of cheese ball, you are seeing a lot of packaging of conflicts and every other thing. It was as a result of what happened last year in the area of packaging that many people have access to visit all these pavilions that brings all these machineries, all these innovations into packaging and every other thing. So when you talk about homegrown, you can see a lot of products in the market right now that is, wow, is it being packaged in Nigeria? You know, as a matter of fact, we are talking about Nigerian flour mills making gari now, packaging gari. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we see how to make eba in this one and this time around, a new way of making eba. You know, I don't know what they call it. You know,
I mean,
our own swallow in Nigeria.
Okay.
So this year home is going to be fantastic. That's why we are telling all over the country, from the north to the south, from the east to the west, to be in this landmark event center. March 27, 28, and 29. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm glad you've mentioned it very quickly.
It's amazing.
I'm glad you've mentioned it very quickly.
It's amazing.
I wanted to make it a special time to ask you the date that is coming up. Of course, it's key so people can know.
Exactly.
Let me talk of partnership here. Let me bring partnership to the table.
Okay.
I don't know if you're a friend of the government and all of that, but again, you know, you get across to the government.
Exactly.
I don't know how much, I believe it's been done, but I want to know how much such work has been done to involve, for instance, state governments and even the federal, at the federal level.
Oh yes, this event is affiliated to the German Trade Office, you know, and German Trade Office is affiliated to the federal government and also to likes of NISAL and other stakeholders, big players in the agribusiness space. You know, so we have likes of Nigerian Agribusiness Group, which is also part of this event, you know, and also Big Guns that plays, it's also approved by FAMAD, you know, so players in the Nigerian agribusiness space are part of this, you know, so it's encompassing, you know, it's just that we need to start changing the narrative, you know, of the agribusiness sector totally and start knowing what the international partners are doing. Technology is key, which have grown to a huge excess, you know, abroad, overseas, which Nigerian is kind of evolving into. So these are events that we can see and also that will teach us and also we can start using to develop our own grown commodities and farm produce. I'm
kind of sharing these questions, but okay, let me continue on that path.
Go on.
Prince Ajayi, he has talked about technology. That was where I was actually coming to, which is the application of machines and so on to for instance, value-added processes.
Yes.
It's not entirely new, but it's kind of new in Nigeria. Yes. What have you done, or what has been done to not just bringing them in, to make them come to stay?
You know, Corporate Farmers International, you know, we bring, you know, when we said we bridge the gap between the corporate world and the agribusiness beyond farming. So when you look at the homegrown technology and every other thing, you can see that a lot of them will be there that day to showcase. And we take one of these, you know, one of our initiatives was called Agri Campus Tour. If you know a lot of innovation in agriculture that our universities have putting on ground is amazing of what you can see, and his ability to come up, because we are talking about the information dissemination in agriculture.
Yeah.
Agriculture is not well funded in the area of dissemination. That's why corporate farmer is one of the biggest in Africa today that promotes agriculture, that makes corporate organizations, corporate individuals to see agriculture beyond farming, to see it as a part-time job, see it as a business. And for the many years that we have been in this business, we see that, look, we are changing our world, making our world better than made it, and make sure that, look, agriculture is one of the things that can stay in this event to see, and showcase to all over the world
what they have.
They have, so that at least we can do the comparative analysis. And with the synergy of a German, consulate, it's amazing. What you have, because technology, you don't just get technology, you steal it. You understand?
Anyway, they call it technology transfer.
Exactly.
All right, let's go for this quick, gentlemen. We'll come back, and we all know the fact that Nigeria is about the highest importer. We import almost everything, including food. Let's stay with us. We're coming back to look at how they will respond to this event taking Nigeria out of the massive importation that we're currently in.
Fantastic.
Please stay with us.
Thank you.
Welcome back. It's still Money Talks, and we're looking at agriculture, but in an innovative way, involving all sorts in what they finally have put together to be the 5th edition of Nigeria Agrofood International Trade Fair, taking place here in Lagos.
Yes.
At the Landmark Event Center.
Yes.
I'm correct.
Yes.
I've been there. I mean, it's a big place.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It's not news that Nigeria imports the highest number of food. We are the highest importer of food, at least in sub-Saharan Africa.
Exactly.
As it were. We hardly produce here, especially, except for low-income farmers. We have this event.
Yes.
Is it also tailored towards ensuring, beyond all of the fanfare that will happen in terms of demonstrations, that as the days and weeks and years go by, it's also targeted at ensuring that Nigeria's food importation reduces?
I would say yes, very well, because by the time you have the technology, it's easier to process. That's one of the major challenges of our farmers today. We have the commodities, we have the farmlands, but at the end of the day, you need those machineries to start processing, which is more or less like a challenge. But you need that exposure, you need that exhibition first, where you can see and you buy. Then you can now say, so I can do what I'm doing for probably 5 hours within just 30 minutes with this particular machine. So that is an area that this exhibition is going to help. Showcase of new machineries. They call it plastic print pack, technology that you will see that will make the work of farmers easily done. What they will easily do for 3 hours and you have your results.
Wow.
These are basically the merits of what this event is going to bring about. And we're excited of what Fairtrade is doing globally in terms of what they're doing across the world, Iran, Algeria, and the rest. Ensuring that players, within this technology aspect comes to Nigeria and help our farmers grow, effectively.
Okay, let's look at one area that it's one of the central area, if you ask me, which is cost. We've talked about, Akin has talked about bringing in machineries that will aid production, food production, and also processing. Looking at Nigerian scenario and how that our money is not that strong, and most of these machineries are coming from outside with hard currency. Has anything been done by your group, the Corporate Farmers International, to see that even those who can't afford it will be able to have access to it?
The way we look at it now this way is that agri-financing and post-harvest loss.
Okay.
Is too encompassing, and we were being invited to Netherlands Embassy Consulate sometime last year to look at this germane challenge that we have in a post-harvest loss. If you look at what tomato is, tomato now, in the market now is enormous. With 500 naira now, you can get a lot of tomatoes and every other thing because it's wasting and every other thing. So when you look at the cost and the benefits, it's amazing because we have partners like some, because you make mention something about what are we doing in corporate farmers.
Absolutely.
That's why we have partners like, Sterling Bank, you know, we are proud to tell you to be associated with them, and they are partnership, you know, with them to make sure that even if you want to get this thing and everything, you can get us to the corporate farmers, because we understand your language and the financial institution in order to say, okay, this is how you can get this thing and this is how you can get it. You know, when you have a very good business plan and expert working together with you and make sure that the things work. You know, you don't need to think about the cost and everything. And moreover, you know, nothing less than 5 to 6 countries are coming to this event, from Australia, from China, Sweden, from France. Turkey, from Sweden, from France. You know, is what we call technology transfer. You know, that's where we rub minds. You know, a lot of symposium also we know that we talk about you know, the latest issue that Nigeria has, so that we brainstorm and every other thing. And that was what facilitated what is going to happen this year on now. And at the end of the day, the next year on is going to be big, and then we continue to, you know, make sure that we trace our track record in making Nigeria agribusiness be where it's supposed to be, so that we can fully help ourselves and make sure that we provide solution to post-harvest loss that makes our farmer going poorer every day.
Okay, if looking at the date here, is March 26 to 28, in 2019. And that's after all the elections. Okay, well, I think it was better time. Okay,
and it was always like that.
Always, okay.
More strategic.
Anyway, let's look at the fact that majority of our farmers are in the rural areas.
Okay.
This is happening in Lagos.
Oh, yes.
If I ask you, I'll be coming with that question, how many are you expecting in terms of participants? But again, we understand the farmers are out there in the villages.
Yes.
What about plans to incorporate them into this kind of a scheme? Akin, I need to hear from you.
Okay, good. First of all, you know, corporate farmers is innovative. We've by the grace of God, you know, I'm going to put that ahead. One of our major plans or strategic avenue is to use one of our events coming up very soon in Kebbi State.
Another event?
Yes.
But this time Kebbi?
Kebbi State, ahead of this. That's happening in a couple of weeks to come. Weeks to come. That's February 5 and 6. It's high time we start changing this total game entirely. You know, there are a couple of guys called Fairtrade, you know, they are doing marvelously well and they're bringing technology to Nigeria. So we need to drive in these guys down to Lagos.
From the north. From
the northern side with this event, yes. It's one of the major key factors we want to do, you know, drive them down from Kebbi, another part of the northern region, Kaduna, Kano, Abuja, down to Lagos State, so that they could see, you know, because Lagos is the commercial center, is where the business is happening. You can't take away from that, you know. But at the same time, you need to channel investment, you know, from that avenue down to Lagos and link it. You know, it's about linkages. You know, you link it from the rural aspect to the urban center, and they see the benefits. So everybody's happy. So a farmer that is doing the work in this rural area for hours can see a machinery that will make him achieve the same result for just 15 minutes. So this is the gap, and this is what we're trying to use, what Fairtrade is going to do to ensure we close that gap with our farmers. So we're going to bring our farmers down, you know, to see, you know, and we expect them to, and they'll be there. You know, we're certain they'll be there.
More like from last year's result.
Oh yes,
you're confident that.
Oh yes, from this year is going to be massive. And also we have agropreneurs. Why are the agropreneurs? There are those, we call them student agropreneurs, studying agriculture in our universities or other institutions. They want to change the narrative of agriculture totally. Don't do it the normal way again. You know, agriculture with style. Exactly. Agriculture with style. Agriculture with some bit of swag. You know, with some.
Wow.
You know,
that's a term I'm going to I'll take with me. Agriculture with swag.
Exactly. You know, so this is an avenue to see trends. You know, that is happening in Nigeria, in the world's agricultural system through agrofood that is coming up very soon.
Interesting. I'm just picture in my mind. Looking forward to a future where you've got young farmers just coming out, driving out of their farm, and they just get some bottles and then have a nice time and then go home.
It's going to happen very soon.
In a corporate way. Because we move on now, let's look at the number of people we are, I think I'm involved now. You'll be glad to involve me.
Beautiful.
We are expecting in this event, how many participants? I'm talking of head count now.
You know, last year on, the was one of the one of the biggest. We are talking about not less than 2,000 to 3,000 people per day. Per day last year. It's amazing what was happening, because when we had a partnership with Fairtrade, Germany, we changed the narratives. This was last year that was why we had also to see partner with them. But this year now is going to be big, because a lot of countries that are coming with all their products is amazing. So that's why we already prepared, over prepared also, to make sure that everybody was comfortable. And we talked about Landmark Event Center, in the heart of Lagos, near Babish. There is amazing where we have a call, a lot of things is happening there. For these 3 days, we see a lot of things happen. We have a cocktail with our stakeholders and every other thing, discuss business, networking, making sure that by next year also, we are talking about a majority of people that participated for this year coming on studio like this to talk about their experiences and where we are. We'll be able to make sure that we trace our track record and make Nigeria better than we met it.
Absolutely. Yeah. From this point, let's go for this quick break. Please stay with us. We're looking at the agricultural sector, a push to bring about better times. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Welcome back. This is the last part of this interview. I've got my two gentlemen still here with me. Yeah. Let me remind you, they are corporate farmers. The two words don't seem to synchronize, but you start adjusting your mind in that respect, that they actually are together. The biggest richest men in this world, corporate are farmers.
Exactly.
I mean, Cargill and so on, all over the world. All right, as we close, looking at this event, 5th edition of Nigeria Agrofood International Trade Show taking place here in Lagos.
Yes.
What are those things that participants should expect beyond what you've said?
Let me just tell them that look, you are coming for the for the change of your business entirely, and most especially networking.
Absolutely.
Because
I think I agree with you.
Your network is your net worth.
Pardon me, can you say that again?
Your network is also a result of your net worth.
Okay, let me re-emphasize that. Your network is your net worth.
Yeah. So when you're talking about agribusiness, you need to know people. You need to know who and who in the industry that can really make, enhance your agriculture, that will make you to look corporate like us and make sure that you are doing agribusiness. It's the value chain is enormous. So I'm, pleading to many Nigerians from the north to the south, to the east to the west, to make sure that tell the untold, let them know that look, come to this event, come March 26 to 28, a landmark event, Fairtrade, Nigeria Agrofood International Trade Show is one of the biggest. Be a part of history in order to make sure that you make this country better than you met it, like I always say. Okay,
let me just bring this question to you, Aki.
Thank you.
Some of these guys are coming in with their machines and so on.
Oh, yeah.
What about ways to sustain partnership? For instance, you link them to some farmers to be able to keep that contact. So if they have issues with their machines or they want other machines, they'll be able to get across to them.
Yeah, it's also an avenue for that, whereby if you decide that, okay, this is the kind of machines I want for my business, yes, it's an avenue to expose your business to international markets. Note that, to expose it to international markets. And they're ready. As I said last year, Adepta from France, was part of the biggest pavilion. And there were huge opportunities, for farmers, and for investors to see what they could do and the benefit they could gain, from that. And that has thrived or changed some businesses today,
Really?
Yes.
Practically.
So this is the 5th edition. So expect bigger than that, this year. So everybody has the opportunity, everybody has that chance to be a part of the 5th Agrofood International Trade Show to ensure that their business goes global. That's the word. Your business goes global through this Fairtrade International Show.
I think that in the support of that also, we corporate farmers also, we have a pavilion there that can really help you in order to, to really understand all these people and every other thing. You can come to us in order to make sure that we synergize that business and make that business thrive. And, by the time all these people go back to their own country, we are there to make sure as a local organizing committee to make sure that things happen the way it's supposed to be.
Anyway, gentlemen, from what I've heard now, it seemed to me like 72 hours is not enough.
Oh yeah.
You would have asked for more.
Oh yes.
Okay, like Oliver Twist. Okay, but every year is a 72-hour event.
Yeah.
So is there any plan to take some people to go abroad and experience some things and come back?
I think one of the major plans they have also after the press briefing we had in Lagos is to ensure that we're able to channel serious stakeholders, you know, who are ready to do business, committed ones, you know, who are ready to do business and to take their business to the next level. Identify them during this fair trade. So be part of it. You never can tell you'll be picked, you know, and you show you go on a road trip, you know, to Germany and other parts of the world, or those that are participating, to see yourselves and also have the chance to interact, you know, directly, you know, with them, you know, and from there, you know, tell me, you know, Nigeria is big, and anybody that hears Nigeria abroad or overseas understand, it's interesting, you know, that's why they want to jump into Nigeria. It's a big market, you know, especially in the agribusiness sector. It's a very big market, and we're excited about this. What Fairtrade is doing, we're excited, and we're good that the Fairtrade is coming at the right time, that the system is changing, and more exposures into the agribusiness sector, and be part of this event, and it's going to change everything totally. You know,
I perceive the last 4 events had been in Lagos. This is the 5th one.
Exactly.
As we close, is there any plans to take you to other cities in Nigeria?
We cannot say, you know, this time around, but we are talking about tracing our track records and the partnership. That's why we was talking about the stakeholders to really come. We select them to make sure that look, Nigeria agrofood is a Nigeria agrofood. You know, Nigeria is a Nigerian thing, and we continue to look at it. And with our event in Kebbi now, when the majority of the northern people coming to this kind of event, also we'll be able to see Nigeria think about and looking at the future that okay, we can head this thing in Kano, we can head this thing in Kaduna and Abuja, you know, because it's our event.
Absolutely.
And to make Nigeria better.
Thank you indeed, gentlemen, for coming. Well, these are corporate farmers. Akin Alabi, he is the managing partner, Corporate Farmers International, and of course, Prince Adeajay is a national coordinator, Corporate Farmers International. Thank
you so much.
Glad to have you, gentlemen.
Glad to have you. Thank you.
Okay, an event is coming up on the 26th to the 28th of March 2019, and it's the 5th edition of Nigeria Agro-Food International Trade Show.
Wow.
Glad to have you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, this is where we call it quiz, but do not go away, because after this very succinct interview, Early Business will continue. Please stay with us.
Thank you so much.